5 o'clock. May even be a few minutes early. Looks like 5 o'clock to me on that clock back here. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a lot to talk about today. I don't have nothing planned. I know y'all like, damn, like that's anything special. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to another thrilling adventure of Break On Through. I know y'all think, I want to tell you a little bit about the, I wrote it down, now I can't find it, here it is. The poll I had on the ANTiSEEN page of whether we should keep Break On Through at 5 o'clock or move it to 8 p.m. on Tuesday nights. There were 118 votes. And the in favor of moving it to 8, 105 votes. To stay at 5 p.m., 13 votes. And since I'm not the modern day leftist party, I will go ahead and honor the election. Break On Through will move to 8 p.m. The last 5 p.m. show for a while will be next week. And it will be on Wednesday. Damn, Jeff Clayton, why is it on Wednesday? You gotta tell me something. I'm gonna tell you right now. The Ultra lineup is going to convene in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's right. Walt Wheat, Malcolm Tent, Sir Barry Hannibal, Jeffrey K. Clayton, the long-haired weirdo, the unimpeachable president for life, are going to all meet in Charlotte, and we are going to spend 2 days rehearsing for the I'm yawning like crazy. For the 40-year anniversary show. So there'll be lots of photos taken during that time so you can see what all's going on, because we got some other stuff planned other than just us four. But let's go ahead and get the sad news out of the way. Everybody get your Break On Through brews ready as we drink a toast to Paul Reubens and to exotic Adrian Street. In your memory, gentlemen. Yeah, Amy was sad. Both those guys a day apart. But on the good news front, I got a report from my main, Callie Hellstrom, They're in their new home now. They're still in the process of moving. And as we all know, moving is a bitch. No matter how prepared you are or whatever, something always, it's like moving, and there's like an army of guys getting ready to throw wrenches in every one of your plans. So, yeah, I understand, believe me. But hopefully, when they get in, they get settled, get some kind of normalcy, perhaps Kelly would give us some kind of message or something. It will. Look, I've yawned. It's the third time. Third time I've yawned since I've been on. Goodness gracious. Man, you do got to let the working man rest a little bit. Yeah, that 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock run might be a little hard. But, I don't know. I think I'll be a little bit more, have a little more clarity up here at 8 o'clock. But, next Wednesday's show is, I'm going to have a special guest, the one, the only, his first time ever here on Break On Through, Jimmy Repo of Repo Records. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone of y'all know Jimmy Repo, that's going to be a show now. I'm going to tell you. I can't figure out how I want this to be. Well, as you may or may not know, another reason I'm so damn tired is because I set my clock to get up at about 10 till midnight. And we activated the Big Cartel store to make ANTiSEEN's new studio album, Great Disasters, go on sale. We told you it's August 1st. Well, man, I got as early into August 1st as I possibly could. And thank you very much, everyone. The sales have been incredible. So incredible that we are now out of the Mothman Larva green goo colored vinyl. There were only 100 of those pressed, which meant I had 50. And TKO has 50, which, by the way, TKO still has the Mothman Larva green goo vinyl. So you can get one from them right now. Yeah, Amy, I saw y'all's order come in at 12:08. Alex wants to know if there's any chance it will come to cassette. Me and Malcolm Tent are, of course, discussing that right now, and I say it's a pretty good chance that you could you will be able to pick that up should you make it to the 40-year anniversary show, September 30th at Ground Zero in Spartanburg, South Carolina. With special guest Joe Buck Yourself. And Sweet Georgia Brown. Now, after the show with Jimmy Repo, I will be concentrating heavy on hyping the 40-year show all the way up until showtime. Which means I'm going to have guests. Now, that's something I got to say to y'all. When I have guests on, we will move the show back to 5 p.m. just because it's such a hassle to get some here at 8 o'clock, leave by 9:15. I know you're like, yeah, 9:15 ain't nothing. Well, it is when you go to bed at, 9 o'clock. David Robb, there is going to be, matter of fact, the CD is now at a distributor in Ireland. As far as the records, I do not know. I cannot answer that as of yet. But don't y'all worry, I got plenty of sunburst, of radiation sunburst, plenty of basic black, plenty for everyone. So don't be afraid to order. A lot of you took advantage of the all 3 for 1 price. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, you say you used to watch it on YouTube. Well, we haven't been putting them on YouTube for a little bit now because Malcolm Tent, the guy who created our YouTube channel, YouTube has blocked him out of it. For what reason? I don't know. But here's what we're talking about. Great disasters. And I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and show it off now. Look at that beautiful printing job. But I'm going to tell you something about the CD. The CD, the track listing is out of sequence by 1 song. Every song's on there. It's just not the way it reads right here. The song Might Makes Right comes on after Who Needs Ya? Our Steppenwolf cover with special guest Scott Wino Winrich of The Obsessed, formerly of St. Vitus, appears on this album with us. Also on that song, the Dean of Sods, KD, does a duet with me. Now, I said I was going to explain something about that song, and I'm going to take this time right now to do that. You see, the song is by Steppenwolf, called Who Needs Ya? And back in the, it must have been the later 80s, me and Scott Savage of the Streets discussed doing a duet of this Steppenwolf song because there's 2 different lead singers on it. And I've told you guys plenty of times that most ideas do come to pass in the ANTiSEEN world, but they will sit on the shelf sometime for decades. Unfortunately, this was one of those that did that. But to be honest with you, I'm just going to be perfectly honest with you right now. I am glad that it was this lineup that pulled that off. I am not glad that we couldn't get it together quick enough before Scott Savage passed away. That I regret. But in his place, we have his brother, his blood brother, Kelly Dean Scruggs, Adam Wolf, KD, the Dean of Sods, and he shares the vocal line. And you've heard KD sing with us before. Well, first of all, you've heard the Dean of Sods on records going back all the way to 1993, where that character for the ANTiSEEN world debuted on Eat More Possum. But he also sang on the single, Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way with Me? Look at this beautiful album cover. Artwork by my main Mike Harper. If you want to have your record cover look almost as good as mine, you can contact Mike Harper, and I'm sure he will hook you up with some good shite. And look, man, a lot of you ladies are going to open this, so you're going to have to buy another record cover, because you're going to open this and you're going to see the inside, and you're going to go, man, that is suitable for framing. I ain't lying. Look at this. Look at that good shite. I'm sure this picture will hang in the den of many homes across the United States of America in just a couple of days. Now, I know you're like, well, damn, how the hell are you going to surpass what y'all did with Ruin Your Groove, man? You got to tell us something. Well, I don't know that we're going to surpass it. I mean, that's a two record set with a ton of history behind it, but man, we're more than just a cover and a record band, man. We come from that way of, we want, when you buy something from us, it's an event. Lots to look at while you're listening to these 9 new songs. And this comes in it, a vinyl sticker. Look at that. That artwork is from Callie Hellstrom himself of the Mothman, who is the centerpiece of this album. I think you may have seen my main Jeff Williams made a post. Did you see his songwriting credit post? But he did write the bulk of the lyrics of the song, The Mothman Will Bring Us Great Disasters. And, of course, I know y'all are thinking, damn, that's a damn good title. And you're right, because, see, I'm the one that titled it that. So, you would be correct. Here's the inner sleeve. A full-color inner sleeve. All this artwork is reproduced in the CD. Look at that good stuff right there now. It does not get much better than that. That's all I can say. And a nice photo of the Rockin' Teenage Combo. Everybody credited for what they did on this record. And I don't know what this one is. Oh, yeah, I do. Radioactive Sunburst colored vinyl. Man, this is just a win-win situation no matter what you do. Thank you so much to everyone who has ordered since midnight last night. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. Oh, damn, there's a lot of comments on here I have not seen. Good gosh. David, man, you got to stop whining about that whole postage to England. I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. That's your country's thing. And you got to pay a tax when you get it anyway. Man, why don't you just come over here to the anniversary show and bring you an empty suitcase and stock up and take all that shit back to merry old England? Yeah, Greg Crawford, you were one of the first orders to come in. You weren't the first, but you were one of the first. I know that for a fact. But, yeah, I got so many orders that and you know I'm the working class hero. Well, I gotta take a PTO day tomorrow. Because to get all these orders, I am going to try my best to get all these orders. I'm going to start tonight. I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning like I normally do. And I'm going to get in here. And I am going to hit it. Can you dig it? I'm going to hit it until I get it. And then Thursday, I will drop every one of these off at the post office. And they will be en route to all of you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and confess something right now. My CD inventory may be low because I've only gotten half of what is coming to us, because like we got the first half of them expedited from the great country of Japan to here, and man, I've only got a few left. And I'm going to start with the earliest order. So whoever ordered first, man, you're going to get your CD. But the later orders, you may have to wait a couple days until I can get those in my hands. So I got some more coming. Yeah, I've completely lost my train of thought. What do you think? Man, I'm just really tired. But man, I'm serious. I didn't have anything planned today. We were so busy at work, and I'm so sleep deprived right now, and I can't really think straight. Ask me some questions. I know I missed a bunch of damn comments and stuff, but let's talk about something. No one wants to know about nothing. Okay. Oh, Clinton, you wrote me about that question. Good towns to stay in around Spartanburg. Well, Spartanburg itself is not that bad to stay in. There's also Greenville, South Carolina. You don't want to stay in Charlotte. You don't want to stay in Columbia. A good in-between mark is maybe someplace like Blacksburg or Rock Hill, South Carolina. Not Gastonia. Don't stay there. But any of those towns, and you'll be like within a central location to where you can go to all the places you're talking about going. I know you're going to stay in Spartanburg night of the show, and I am too. Okay, someone's got a good question here. Let me see here. Walt Wheat said, what the hell? Answer the gentleman's question about where the title Destructo rock came from. Okay. I can tell you that. Let me get my thoughts straight here for a second. Okay. The first show we ever played was October 1st in 1983. And do you realize we're going to be playing September 30th, 2023? Our first show was October 1st, 1983. 40 years, almost to the day. What the hell you mean you'll be in Gaffney that weekend, Dale? You ain't coming to my program? But anyway, we played the Barn in Boone, North Carolina in October. Later that year, I think was maybe our 4th show. And it was also back at the barn in Boone, North Carolina. It was a big story surrounding this show because we had booked a Richmond band named White Cross to come down and play Charlotte and Boone with us. And there was all kind of controversy surrounding the flyer because the flyer had the show for Charlotte and the show for Boone on one flyer. And one of the people that were helping us promote it was caught by Bill Flowers, the owner of the Milestone, passing around the flyer that had the Boone show on it. And Bill went ballistic. Kicked the guy out, told him he was barred for life, never come back. And this, of course, started a big boycott that we staged. And we said we won't go to the Milestone anymore. And we made good of that for a couple of years. Everybody else, though, went back on their own. That's when we kind of realized we were on our own. But so we go up to the barn in Boone, North Carolina. Man, I wish I had the book nearby. I could tell you the date exactly, but it was like only our fourth show or so. And we played with White. See, the Charlotte show was, of course, canceled because the guy we boycotted. So we were like, well, we're not going to play anywhere, but, let's get White Cross a show. And we put them in a garage in Mount Holly, North Carolina. It was actually helped to be arranged by our friend Freddie Hutch, who passed away earlier this year. But so White Cross still got to play, and we took up money for that. Was back when you didn't have guarantees and all that stuff. Everyone just passed the hat, and they did pretty good too. But the next night we played with them in Boone, and man, this is when we had started loading the damn drums with firecrackers and explosions, using the gunpowder, tearing the shit up, knocking all the equipment off the stage. And I remember Crispy, the lead singer of White Cross, standing at the side of the stage when me and Joe walked off the stage, and we just kind of, we're standing there catching our breath, and Crispy just sitting there with a big grin on his face and went, "Man, that was Destructo." And we said, "Yeah, Destructo. That's what we do, Destructo." So the singer, Crispy, from White Cross, is the one who labeled us Destructo. We just very cleverly added rock. Destructo rock. And we have been the reigning world heavyweight champions of that ever since then. And we have never, ever lost the title. And we have no plans of losing it anytime soon. I saw somebody ask, favorite Hank Williams song. Have I done a Hank Williams top 10 before? I mean, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do a Hank Williams top 10 at some point. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a Hank Jr. and a Hank 3 top 10. I'm not gonna do it now. I'll do it on one of my future shows. But I'll go ahead and name 3 of my all-time favorites by Hank Sr. That would be, and I'm just going to name them off the top of my head, man, without even really thinking about it. Howling at the Moon. Never Get Out of This World Alive. And I know y'all think, well, damn, but I don't care. I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. That's one of the greatest songs ever written. Ever written. The descriptions, and that's all with those words, man, it paints such a picture. And you know, speaking of painting a picture of that song, my good friend, the Whiskey Rebel, who is also no longer with us, used to have a picture, and I cannot remember the guy's name who painted it, but it still hangs in his wife's home, which was their home. It still hangs there today. And it was a picture of Hank Williams, full body, with his guitar, and it had every description from the song I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry in the painting. Whippoorwill, a lonesome whistle blow, you know, from the train, lights up a purple sky. It was every bit of the descriptions were in the painting, and it's one of the greatest things ever. Shoot, you know what, every time I've been over there, even back when I was going to see Reb when he was living in Philadelphia, I never once took a picture of it. So if I don't know if Marla watches this or listens to this, but if anyone, I'll write her. I'm gonna ask her one day if she'll just take me a real nice picture of that. I'd just like to have it for my own personal enjoyment, just to look at it. Hank 3 asked the question, what's the saddest country songs were? Well, I'll tell you this. It's got to be in the top 10 by Hank Williams. My Son Calls Another Man Daddy. I think that's something a bunch of us on here can relate to. And He Stopped Loving Her Today. Yeah, that's another one. Somebody asked, is that Dr. Zayas behind me? Yeah, like right there. Yep, that's Dr. Zayas. Man, you look around in this room, you'll see about 15 Dr. Zayases around here. I don't know if you guys have noticed, man, but I've been selling a bunch of stuff. And people have been asking me, people have been writing me kind of almost concerned about it. Yeah, Joseph, I got a Kate Jackson collage poster. I don't have it up today, but I mean, I love me some Kate Jackson from the 70s. But man, I had a discussion with my main Mang, the Widowmaker, about all this. I was just like, you know, I got so much stuff, and so much stuff is just put away. It's in boxes or it's in crates, and it's just sitting there. And some of it has sat for well over 20 years. Like, I just sold my David Allan Coe books. I talked about those books on here, talking about how rare they were, how I ain't letting these go. I'll tell you what, I finally let them go, and I'll tell you something else. It wasn't cheap. It was not cheap. And I'll tell you who got them. My old friend Alan King. But man, he didn't even try to talk me down. I mean, he's like, he knows you ain't gonna go find those books just anywhere. And man, I keep my stuff. I've always prided myself on keeping my stuff in great shape. Of course, some of my stuff's got a kind of a musty smell now with this old house we live in. This house was built in 1957, but hopefully it's not too bad. I think I've done some things to help remedy that, but Marvin's asked twice, have I ever seen Adrian Street wrestle live? I have not. I've seen him plenty on videotapes, and all that stuff, and I did see him on TV when he came to the Mid-Atlantic, but I never saw him at any of the matches live, but I saw him on television. And I was always a fan. I was an instant fan. Seeing the reaction he got out of people, fantastic. I love it. But yeah, man. Here's the way I see this. The things I have, right? At one point they gave me a lot of joy, and I really enjoyed having them. And I hung on to them for years and years. But man, if it's just becoming clutter, then to me, like you always say, oh, this will be worth a lot of money one day, and I'll just go like, well, what, one day is here now, and I'm going to be 60 years old. I don't foresee there being a great resurgence in my enthusiasm for these things. It doesn't mean I don't love them still, or I don't. I'm really glad that I had these things, but I would. All right, like say I've got your band's record, and it's in that record box over there, but I don't get out 7 inches and listen to them anymore. Now, what's better? Knowing that I died and that box of records got thrown in a dumpster somewhere, or that somebody who I could tell about the record bought it from me, and now they are enjoying it. That's the way you got to look at stuff, man. You can't do, ooh, you so better. People sell our shit all the time, man. I'm glad that we got so much shit that people can sell it sometime. Get themselves out of a hole, Damn, man, I got the tax man breathing down my neck. I got to sell. Let me sell one of these like 900 ANTiSEEN 7 inches. Man, go right ahead. All that means is somebody else is getting it. I like collecting stuff too. I still collect some things. And, for instance, yes, Andrew, I do remember David Allan Coe with Al Goldstein. That was a great interview. If anyone, that was a show that used to come on called Midnight Blue on old cable networks. If you could ever track that down, I imagine it's on YouTube. David Allan Coe on Midnight Blue with Al Goldstein. Check that out. It is solid platinum. Damn, Andrew, you made me lose my train of thought. What the hell was I even saying? I can't back this up and hear myself. But, yeah, I still collect stuff. But, oh, yeah, I know what I was going to talk about. I was telling my wife about this, the first lady. I was telling her about this the other day. I was like, there was a time when I collected so much wrestling stuff that, let's just say, a WCW line of figures came out, right? And there's only like 3 dudes that I'm really big fans of, but there's 7 figures in the damn series. Well, my stupid ass had to get all 7 of them. I didn't even like 4 of them. Man, one day I just looked around at like this room that, not this room, but another room that was just filled with stuff. And I looked at it, I go, you know what? I don't like that son of a bitch. I don't like that son of a bitch. I mean, I like them all in the realm of wrestling. The fact that I don't like them means they're doing their job. Well, maybe it wasn't what they intended, but and so I just started getting rid of stuff. And now everything I got of wrestling is everything I know and I love. And see, look over there, second thing there. That's all wrestling. I got a few around here. I'm looking forward to the George South action figure. As soon as we get word on that, I saw one of the preliminary sculpts the other day. David Robb asks if the First Lady collects anything. Man, she loves bowls and plates and stuff from the 60s and 70s. Joseph Crew asked if I got a Superstar. Man, I think I got a Superstar Graham in there somewhere. Superstar Graham is definitely one of my favorites. I would think I would have one. I don't know. Oh, look. That's a damn good question. Pyrex. Is that what she collects? Is that what it's called? Who says something right there? Yeah, going in Target at Rock Hill looking for wrestling shit. First Lady really don't collect that much anymore. She Carnival glass. Yeah, I think she likes that. We got a bunch of those glasses that have the little triangle things in them, in the round base at the bottom. But man, the thing about 70s glasses that they use for dinner, well, man, them glasses are not big, man. Like that's why we use mason jar or ball jars for drinking around here. Matter of fact, let me have a drink. But I need to see what time it is. Good gosh, is that what I think? Yeah. What is the First Lady's favorite band? She's a big Kiss fan, but I would have to say her favorite band of all time is Duran Duran. Man, I gotta tell y'all a story. I think she told this when she was on here a year or so ago, maybe 2 years, but who knows. But she was telling me about being like front row for a Duran Duran show, and and Simon Le Bon comes walking out there, and he's doing his thing, and she said he looked her right in the eyes, and she says, "I love you," and he goes, "I know." Man, that's a great story, isn't it? I know you do. But, well, it's 1:45. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I know I didn't have much to talk about except talking about a little great disasters, but heck, I feel like we. Man, you know, it'd be so good if I could hear y'all. If I could hear your questions. If man, I can really remember some good shit if someone's like talking to me, helping me drag the stuff out, because I'm just sitting here like going, okay, let's talk about my life. Chino wants to know if I like Down. Yeah, man, Down are very, very good group. I've seen them a couple times. I worked security for them one time, actually. Well, I'm glad y'all enjoyed this. And, man, I'll tell you what, I cannot wait to hear your reviews of this here in the next, probably at the beginning of the next week. I'll start hearing some reviews. So I'm really anxious. I got a few from people. Look, I'm going to tell y'all, when, like, my main Eric Reno, he bought a group of CDs, and I was like, man, I don't even have that one CD anymore. I forgot to take it off the store, you know, and I said, how about, would you like a copy of our new one in place of that? He's like, yeah, man. And I said, well, he wrote today, and he gave me a very positive, uplifting review. Dad wants to know if we ever played with Sugar Creek. We did not. We never played with Sugar Creek. Well, fellas, ladies, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. Thank you for coming and hanging out with old JC here at the old homestead. And I really hope you will all enjoy our new album. Good gosh, we put a lot of work into it. I'm not going to go into all that, but you know the score. But hope you dig it. And remember, next week we will be live at 5 for the last time for a while on Wednesday with my special guest Jimmy Repo from Repo Record. And after that, we're going to give that 8 p.m. time slot a shot. Thank you, Amy. And I don't know. You guys might get to watch me actually just completely nod out. Nah, I ain't going to do that to you, I hope. All right. Everybody take care. Thank you.